Hello everybody, how's it going, and welcome back to another video about Assassin's Creed Unity. Here we are again, and today I'm here to talk to you guys about stealth in Assassin's Creed Unity. So without further ado, we can get this thing started. So in Assassin's Creed Unity, I'd love for stealth to be a huge aspect of the game. They tried to do this with in Assassin's Creed 4 by including all these different types of ways you could actually use stealth. Obviously they did improve on it in Assassin's Creed 3, but in Assassin's Creed 4 they definitely improved on it even more. But I'd really love if they made a main focus of the game stealth. So maybe there were two, like, because there's always two options in Assassin's Creed. There's stealth, and then there's the just sort of run in there, all guns blazing. Not that you don't necessarily go guns blazing, you might do, but I mean like swords blazing. But that's not a catch. You can go in there, like, you can cause the mess, or you can of course just go in there for the stealth approach. Don't let anyone see you, take out your target, get out of there, sort of thing. And you can normally do that for most of the game. Now I think it'd be really cool if they made this like the stealth elements of the game a lot more sort of sneaky. So they could do, so you know how you've got the elements of social stealth in Assassin's Creed 1 that were really sort of like a key element of Assassin's Creed 1. They sort of didn't really follow through with that with the next few games. Like, social stealth has still been an element in all of the games. Don't get me wrong, I do love the newer games, and it does definitely have social stealth in it. But Assassin's Creed 1, like, you were scared of the guards, so you didn't really necessarily go near the guards. You would try and avoid them if you could by using the social stealth and making sure you definitely blended in with the people around you. And in the newer games, you can just sprint around the place. You can sprint like crazy. You can even bump into guards, and some of the times they don't try and attack you. They just go, watch yourself or something like that. But in Assassin's Creed 1, you had to be so careful because the guards would come after you, and they were difficult to fight. Like, they were hard to kill. Like, if you came across like 10 guards, maybe more than that, you were probably going to die, just because of how difficult they were, depending on which guards you got. Like, if you go on like the convoy of guards, then they were really difficult to take down. And it was definitely best to use social stealth to get around them and get through your like objective. Whereas in the newer games, you don't really need to do that. You can just run in there guns blazing, you can take them all out, just keep smashing X and it wins. So stealth definitely needs to be brought back. The guards need to be harder so that you have to use stealth to avoid them. Sorry, I just hit something. So you have to use stealth to avoid them. And it'd just be really, really cool if they kind of brought that element back into Assassin's Creed Unity. Like, using the crowds to blend in, trying to use that to get through areas, but also brought in like elements like, say, like the hood, the items you're wearing, possibly maybe your armor or outfit could be less or more conspicuous. I would say things like, people have said maybe stealing guards' outfits, but I do think that might ruin the aspect, like the gameplay of Assassin's Creed. It wouldn't really fit it. They said they were going to do it with Assassin's Creed 4, but they took it out because it didn't fit the game, and I sort of trust Ubisoft's judgment there and think maybe that wouldn't fit very well, so maybe it's best if it's kept out of the game. But then again, it might be a little cool thing to put in, so tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. Also, something else I think they need to bring into the game is stealth with the shadows as well as social stealth. So if there's no crowds around and you act normally, then fine, you won't be detected. But if you're in a restricted area and there's crowds, you'll be able to blend in to a certain extent, but obviously they're going to be on a higher alert. So if you get too close to a guard when you're blending with a crowd, maybe they'll come after you. Maybe they'll be like, oh, he doesn't look like he quite fits in. Depending on maybe your notoriety level, which I think they definitely need to bring back properly, like how it was in Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, possibly, or Assassin's Creed 2. Because with Revelations, it was more Templar awareness of assassins, which I'm not sure if that felt as good. I preferred it when it was your notoriety, but also with Assassin's Creed 3, the notoriety system, I didn't quite like that as much as the other games. And in AC4, there was hardly a notoriety system there. I never got notorious in that game. I don't think I ever once paid a herald, or the people who go out and like, they're like, hey, do you want to clear your name? I never paid one of those in the entire game. So it didn't really work very well in AC4, but if they brought it back like it was in AC2 or Brotherhood, that would be really, really cool, and that would then work like to your advantage or your disadvantage depending on what you were doing. So say you was in a restricted area, blending with a crowd, normally you blend in, but if they're on like more notorious, they might find you in the crowd. Like, say you get too close to a guard, they might notice you and be like, wait a minute, is he the guy we're looking for? Like, if you're fully notorious, obviously. Like, if you haven't got full notoriety, then that would just be a bit annoying. But if you're fully notorious, then they might find you in the crowds and stuff like that, and it'd be a bit annoying. But obviously, it'd be really cool for the game, because then it'd be like, you know what, I do need to go and reduce my notoriety, because then it kind of improve the game a little bit. So maybe if you did have full notoriety, sneaking with the crowd might not be your like option you want to go for. You might want to go like through the side, like climb some of the trees, you know, go down in the bushes, make sure you stay shadowed and above everyone else, like in the shadows. At night time would be a good time to do that, because obviously in the daytime might be a lot more difficult. So that's like, you might want to plan your missions, like when you start your missions around the time of day, that you might want to do it, which is really, really cool. I think that'd be a really cool thing to bring into the game that I literally just thought now, is that when you start a mission, you can choose whether you want to do the mission in day or night. Say it's a main assassination. You can choose, like, do you want to do this in day, do you want to do this in night? Either, like, starting it in day or starting it in night, or when you get to do the mission, it says, like, start in day or start in night. I don't know whether that, like, would work like that, but I think that'd be a pretty cool aspect, because then, I don't know why I said that twice, because then you've got, like, the guards would do different patrols and things like that, and it just generally be a really cool thing, like, to get involved with and actually do, because I think that'd be kind of cool. So, you know, there's just a few ideas that I have about the stealth, notoriety, social stealth of Assassin's Creed Unity and how I kind of want it to work. Also, something else that someone said in the comments, which I would like to point out, was that someone said maybe there's a possibility of, say, like, environmental, like the environment affects you. So say, like, someone used this as an example, but there's probably other ways you could go about it. Is like say you sneeze because, like, you're in the cold or something, so, like, the guards might notice you. Maybe not necessarily that, because imagine if you just kept walking around sneezing everywhere, it might get a little bit annoying. But maybe things like, say, like, if you walk next to a gate and your sword, like, jingles on the gate, they might notice you. Like, just little things like that. They could, like, say, hear the noises in the bushes and come looking, rather than, like, it being like you're completely silent. Maybe just generally things like that. And if they brought back snow in Assassin's Creed Unity, that'd be pretty cool, because we all know it does snow in Paris. So if they brought back snow, that could be kind of cool, like, because then you could sort of walking through, like, the snow and, like, hiding from the guards and stuff like that, and, like, blizzards and things like that, it would be a lot easier to sort of get past the guards. And if it is set in England as well, like, obviously we know it definitely snows in England, so that would be really cool to have snow there as well. So snow would be a huge element of the game. I didn't like AC3 too much, but one thing I did love was the snow. I thought the snow levels, the snow sequences where it was all snowy, the ones set in winter, I think they were so much fun to play. I actually loved the snow. The only thing that annoyed me, which is not a bad thing, it's just obviously it was a bit irritating, is like when you're in the frontier and you've got, like, the snow piling up and you're just kind of, like, walking through the snow. It looked so good and really realistic and really cool. It's just annoying. Like, I think some of you guys will agree. Like, not saying they should have taken that out, because obviously it's realistic, it's good to have that in there, and it's good that it annoyed you, because it slows you down, you know, you might want to take to the trees and things like that. Like, obviously that, I'm rambling now, but thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. This is a lot longer than I wanted it to be, but I hope you enjoyed this video about stealth, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. Dreaming my life without all this shit, but lately I've been playing hard. So no more shooting cannons, I'll be sailing far. Playtown running, leaping ship to ship, dreaming my life without all this shit, but lately I've been playing hard. So no more shooting cannons, I'll be sailing far.